the main event, the trilogy, the fight for the term to be known as the GOAT, did not disappoint in any way, at least in my opinion and the opinion of the masses. We had Stipe Miocic defending his belt against Daniel Cormier, successfully doing so in a 5-round fight. After the trilogy, Stipe won 2-1, and they fought each other for 50 minutes. We had two of the greatest MMA fighters to ever do it fight for 50 minutes, and man, I enjoyed every single second of those. Blake, what did you think about this fight? Did you have a good time like I did?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid fight. Not, I don't think obviously it wasn't as entertaining as the first two. It didn't
Mm-mm.
end in a spectacular fashion,
It
but
almost did.
that was kind of yeah, it was very close round
Mhm.
two, very 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 close round two.
About 10 more seconds, he probably would have finished him.
Even five more,
Yeah.
I think. he just needed to land about two or three more
Mhm.
shots, I think, and DC would have been out of there.
I think the story of this, though, is how good Stipe looked, and like you were saying before the show, how he looked like the heavyweight in this fight compared to DC, and how I was saying that his chin is still there and is still made of pure granite.
Yeah, no, he took Daniel's best punches and still walked pretty much straight through him. I mean, I could really only remember him slightly buckling maybe once in that fight,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was early on
I
too.
think it was in the first round.
Yeah, and so that just goes to show you Stipe is just the bigger guy, and that's never going to change. And so that's why it's always been kind of a tough task and always a spectacle really
Mm-hmm.
for even the casual of MMA fans, because we just want to know like how do the goats stack up against each other. But I think another thing that this match highlighted was, we gotta figure something out for these eye pokes. It sucks that it seems like a lot of the really important fights, a lot of the fights that hold a lot of weight seems always comes back to an eye poke.
You want to know
And
how we fix this? Just use Trevor Whitman's gloves.
that's what everyone says, but I don't know why that's not been.
The reason was it was explained when Justin Gaethje and Trevor Whitman appeared on the Joe Rogan podcast. So apparently the deal is, I'm not sure if you listened to this or not, but the deal is that the UFC is interested and they want to use the gloves, but the thing is that they want to buy the rights and like the trademarks and the actual mental property of the gloves instead of just buying them from Trevor Whitman. So it's the legal issues of ownership is what's holding them up right now.
mm,
Mm.
they don't want to. Basically, Whitman's
Or
trying to cash
yeah,
out, and UFC's trying to
try and just buy the rights from him.
strong arm them, yeah,
Yeah,
into getting what they want. So it's gonna
which
be a
sucks, but because those gloves are so much better. Well, we can even see the ONE FC gloves. There's a comparison put on Twitter. Whereas if you're watching on video, is that the UFC gloves hold your fingers about right here, whereas the ONE FC gloves hold your fingers about right here. Like they're curled away and in, which might make it a little harder on the grappling. But I don't. I feel like it has more positives than negatives.
yeah. That's the only thing that sucks. Um, well, I guess doesn't suck, but it makes it tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Is the whole in MMA there in UFC there's grappling, jiu-jitsu, all that kind of stuff. Like it would make it really tough if you had something kind of restricting your ability to extend
But it
your
still
all of
looks
your
like
limbs and fingers and
the
all
the
that.
Trevor Whitman gloves are tried and true, and everyone that's worn them loves them. They're all used in training and stuff like that, and they're probably some of the that a lot of people would say they're the best gloves on the planet right now for MMA. That's the way to go. But if we want to just, I guess, get around that, can we talk about that? Just how Daniel Cormier really had his moments in this fight. With he was landing some really good combos on Stipe, really good combos. But Stipe really kind of took it to Daniel when he was just absorbing those blows. He took the same elbow from the clinch or from the clinch break that knocked him out in their first fight. He took that. He was taking plenty of right hooks to the chin, just walking through those, and he was beating and controlling Cormier in the clinch.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the same fight. I got nothing else to add on that, really.
What did you think about the scoring though? Is that some of the judges scored it 49-46, and some of the judges scored it 48-47. Where were you leaning on this one?
Um, I could see a 48-47. I really could. I mean,
How did you personally score this fight? I saw a lot of people on Twitter had the first 4 round split, with the fifth round being the rubber round. But I really believe that Daniel Cormier won the first one. He had Stipe wobbled,
mhm.
but then Stipe just took that and won the next four.
Okay. So I thought for sure DC won round one.
Yes.
I thought Stipe won round two and three
Hmm.
because I think at the end of round two is when that really bad
Yeah.
eye poke happened, right?
No, that was in round three.
I'm pretty sure it was round two.
Round two was just Stipe beating the hell out of Cormier. That the eye poke didn't happen until after that.
Because wasn't the eye poke at the end of the round?
It was at the end of the round, but it was at the end of round three.
I'm pretty sure it was round two because round three he came out and he was already like
No,
screwed over.
he was just wobbled by. He was still wobbled out of the corner by
Sure.
the ground and pound. But what happened? It was late in round three, Blake, where they were both kind of going at it, and there's about 10 seconds left in the round. Kind of DC kind of contested that. He went over to, like, he yelled at Mark right before the fight ended, or before the round ended. Um, that's how it happened. Just
Yeah, it was third round.
Yeah, see, he's your correspondent. Um, but
Hey,
I
well, who
if we
sucks at picking and didn't get fucking jack shit right this week?
Oh, now you dropped the bomb,
You,
Blake. Unreal.
you,
Where are the censors now?
you're trash.
You're off the show. I'm no matter, you still haven't won, and I will always be the inaugural champ.
I
So
still
don't
haven't
even
won.
give me
Okay,
that. You haven't.
okay,
You haven't.
okay.
You haven't.
Dude,
Okay.
your record the last couple times is atrocious. I don't
Has
think
been
you've
pretty.
even got. You don't even have a winning record the last
Nope, nope,
two
nope. But we
UFC
don't need to talk
events.
about this, though, Blake.
Like, you need to get better. Okay,
You just need to
I've
win the
never had
belt.
a losing
Okay.
record.
You just need to win the belt. I think that's.
I've always
I
gotten
think.
more fights right than I've gotten wrong. You can't relate to that.
No, but also, champ.
You
Okay.
can't relate to that.
I just gotta say champ, Blake.
Hey,
It's
everyone
okay.
gets lucky. Everyone gets lucky.